It's as simple as this. A stay to the true clock design created by Hans Hilfiger there, a Swiss engineer who created the railway clocks that are still on display and accurate in some of the railway terminals around Switzerland and Europe today. Just one of the reasons this watch is so unique and cool. The MONDAINE Stop2Go Backlight. But there's more than meets the eye here. I've loved this watch since the first day I laid eyes on it. I almost bought it years ago after seeing it online. I don't have a lot of white dial watches in the collection, so that's what piqued my interest initially. So when a nice one comes along, you just gotta pounce on the opportunity. Thanks, Parker, for letting me take a look at this one. Let's see what great little touches this Quartz Movement's Swiss-made simplistic design has to offer. Sometimes we just want that watch that's different, unique, has original character, or just plain fun to wear. I love the minimalistic design. It's all about telling the time only. No fancy complications in this one, even though you know I love a good tool watch. MONDAINE is a Swiss brand that's been around since the mid-1900s. The original design introduced in like 1944 or something like that, I believe it was, for Swiss-made clocks. This design was replicated and put into wristwatches in the 80s. In 2013, MONDAINE created the Stop2Go. Yes, they're based on the official railway clock systems that are seen around Switzerland and parts of Europe. That is pretty special. I've never seen it myself, but Parker, who picked this watch up in Switzerland, says, yeah, it's true to the story. I'm reviewing a watch that already has a story here, and it's going to continue. A 41mm brushed case design with circular tones and lines, a fixed steel bezel on top, and flat sapphire crystal with AR coating allow for clear visibility of this gorgeous matte white dial. A screw down case back closes it up with the MONDAINE seal in the center and the railway design information on it. It has short lugs, and that lug to lug that doesn't span too far across your wrist makes for a great wear. It's like wearing a 40mm watch basically. Now my wrists are 7¼ inches, so you'll get some good shots here and appreciation for how it fits on my wrist. Maybe that'll allow you to make a decision for yourself. But overall, it should have no problem for a wide range of wrists here. Now the specs I'll pop up here for you as well. 41 for the case, 12.4mm thickness, 20mm lug, 46.8mm lug to lug, which is fantastic. Overall, with the leather strap, the package is coming in at 69 grams. That's awesome. Anytime you're under 100 grams on a watch, that's fantastic. You're barely going to feel it's there on the wrist. Now we do sacrifice some great design and craftsmanship for water resistance overall. It's not a diver. 30 meters is what she's registered as. It does have a unique crown though that's found at the traditional 3 o'clock position, but it's not traditional in design. It feels like a lever or a switch that you would turn, kind of like the old televisions where you change a channel with the television knobs. Now a little bit of function there just to pull out that crown. When you want to set the watch in the seconds hand, you'll notice it resets to 12. A turn of the crown will adjust the time either direction, back or forward, to whatever adjustment is needed. And turning and holding in one direction will allow for a quicker set as the hands will speed up and turn faster. That way you have a more efficient time set capability. Now when you push the crown back in, you can start the time and you'll sync with whatever source you're utilizing, and you'll see the seconds hand start to run as well. So pretty simple basic operation. Now we have a matte white plain dial on top and some excellent applied markers, and black bold of course, so visibility is great from almost every angle. Baton or stick style black hands that add to the simplicity of the design. This time only watch doesn't disappoint. It's nailed it. It's objective. It looks true to the clocks that I've seen in online photos and stuff like that. MONDAINE is signed at the 12, and lastly, I'm not going to lie, one of the reasons I've loved the design since I saw it is the colors, the black, red, and white. The handset finished off with the cool large seconds hand that runs around like a traditional quartz seconds hand, but not so traditional in its movement. It doesn't do the tick, tick, tick. It's actually going around the dial at 58 seconds as opposed to 60 seconds, and it actually has like a couple of movements for each second, so it almost looks like it's sweeping. I almost confused it for Mecha Quartz initially, in case you hadn't noticed. I mean, yet there's another secret. It's pretty damn cool. Look closely in case you haven't seen it yet until now. But speaking of treats, here it is. Swiss made creativity outside the box again, and I love it. Once that second hand goes around 58 seconds and gets back to the 12, it pauses, then the minute hand adjusts by one position, and then 2 seconds later that hand continues to run. And another great one, because they wanted to keep to the original form, the original design, they didn't want to add loom on top of the indices or the hands to change the way it looks. You want to stay true to form for the clock. So what did they do? Next level stuff here. A loom like you've never seen before. Superluminova on the underside of the hands rather than on top, creating a backlight effect for low light situations. That's pretty cool. Mondaine kept Hans Hilfiger's design true to form like the rail clock. So no loom was applied on top, and that's what you would expect, right? If they're not on your radar yet, then maybe now they are. Check them out online at MONDAINEWatches.com, I believe it is. And there are other designs that may just work for you if this one isn't the one. I'm Ross. Thanks for coming to the channel. Like, subscribe, and do all the special things. If you've enjoyed the content so far, turn your notifications on there. You get notified when the next video comes out. We're going to move on to this quartz movement here. A Swiss quartz caliber 5802 running 58 seconds there, offering a pause at the 12 on the minute for 2 seconds delay, and then it catches back up and continues to move forward after the minute hand moves. It's pretty sweet there. During that 2 second pause is when that minute hand adjusts and then the seconds continues to run. I like it. I like it a lot. I'll be sure to show you lots of these so you kind of get it. It's a unique offering for the movement. Something you just don't see every day. That's what makes the watch more special. At the time of its original release, we were looking at around $750 US. Could potentially be picked up for a little less than that now at reputable resources. Obviously, this watch is a few years old. And guess what? They still make the Stop2Go. However, the new modern iteration of it doesn't have this crown. It has like a push button crown, and I'm not a big fan of that, so I prefer the older design, which is great. Comment below, let me know what you think. Not a lot of them out there. Not a watch that a lot of people are talking about, and they should be. It's awesome. Who wouldn't want this in their collection? Now the strap, we have an overall good wear. It comes in this leather genuine strap, but at that lug design, you can swap this thing out and put on whatever you want. A genuine black leather strap with signed Mondaine pin and buckle brushed steel closure. Overall, it's lightweight, a great look, wears well on the wrist, likely to start some conversations, no doubt. Of course, you have options. If you want to swap out the leather with that 20mm lug, you'll have all kinds of different watch straps that you could probably get for this, no problem. Who doesn't like that lollipop style seconds hand running around there? Swiss quartz movement, some funky cool features. It's a no-brainer. Hope you enjoyed the Mondaine Stop2Go. I know it's not going to be the blow up your skirt type of watch for everyone, but I like it. I give it a couple thumbs up for the execution here and their thought process behind it. They're thinking outside the box, and it's what sets apart this design from a lot of others out there. What I appreciate from them is keeping it true to the clock, especially, which are still used today in Switzerland. That is special. Like I mentioned, if this design isn't the one that's going to work for you, check out online. You may be able to find another Mondaine piece that will help you out. There are also designs that look like this that come in automatic movement as well, which if that's your, if that floats your boat, you can also make a selection that's going to work for you there. I'm Ross. Thanks for coming to the channel. We'll see you on the next one.